What's up, Laker Nation? Welcome into the Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, as always, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down all the latest Lakers news and rumors. In today's show, I'm going to break down the 4 potential playoff opponents we could see the Lakers face in round 1. But before I get there, we have some news on current assistant coach Jason Kidd. He has quickly emerged as a serious candidate for the Brooklyn Nets as their next head coach. Now, as you remember, the Brooklyn Nets fired Kenny Atkinson in the middle of the summer. Jacques Vaughn is currently there, but no telling how much longer he will be there. And they expect to bring in Jason Kidd for an interview in the summer. Now, as you remember, Kidd did coach the Brooklyn Nets in 2013, 2014. That was the first time we ever saw him in a coaching position. But since then, his career as a head coach has been really up and then really down. He was with the Nets and then moved on to the Milwaukee Bucks, where he was really a 500 to sub-500 coach all throughout that career. And that's with the likes of Giannis Antetokounmpo on that team, who gives him a lot of credit for being developed in Milwaukee, but he just didn't have what it took to really take that team to where it is now and where Mike Budenholzer has taken Milwaukee. So I want to know, Laker fans, are you worried that Jason Kidd will leave the Lakers this summer? Let me know down in the comment section whether or not you think he actually will leave. And as you do that, I want to tell you about our friends over at Fanatics hooking you up with some awesome deals right now on these Lakers t-shirts. When you go to chatsports.com/Lakers shirts, you can get these awesome Laker t-shirts that are shipping for free for a limited time. So don't miss your chance. Head on over to Fanatics. In fact, if you want to, you can click pause on the video, open up a new tab, copy that link, and put it up there. We'll put it in the description, and we'll put it in the comment section of this video as well. Now let's talk about those first-round playoff opponents, because that's what you guys came here for, and that's what I'm going to give you. The Lakers are locked into the first seed in the Western Conference. We already know that. And that means they're going to play whoever gets the 8th seed. But in order to get that 8th seed, there's going to have to be a play-in tournament, as we all know. The 8th seed in the West and the 9th seed in the West will face off. The 9th seed is going to have to win 2 games in a play-in tournament to knock the 8th seed out. Now, currently, the Portland Trail Blazers are the 8th seed in the Western Conference, followed closely by the Grizzlies, the Suns, and the Spurs. So if the play-in tournament were to start today, right now, as we film this video, it would be the Blazers and the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies would have to win twice. The Blazers would only have to win once to get that 8th seed. But right now, all bets are off, and all the teams are in the mix. So what I want you to do, I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. So all you got to do is scroll down and reply. Which team do you want the Lakers to avoid in the first round? The Memphis Grizzlies, the Phoenix Suns, the Portland Trail Blazers, or the San Antonio Spurs? The one team that everyone says the Lakers need to avoid right now is the Portland Trail Blazers. Currently the 8th seed, and the way they're going to continue to hold on to that 8th seed is with either a win on Thursday or all of Memphis, Phoenix, and San Antonio lose their games. They can get the 9th seed if they lose their game, and 2 of those other teams lose their games. Now, there is still a chance Portland is eliminated, and the only way that happens is if they lose and Memphis or Phoenix or San Antonio win their games. Kind of complicated, but the reason nobody wants to see Portland in the first round is because of one man. It's Dame time. Everybody check your watches. Set it to Dame time. 37 points per game, 9 assists per game, shooting over 41% from 3, and pulling down over 4 rebounds. Damian Lillard poses a serious problem to this Lakers team because the Lakers are without Avery Bradley. They're without Rajon Rondo for at least a little bit. Maybe we'll get him back in the playoffs. And right now, their only defensive option at the guard position is Alex Caruso. He's the only 100% healthy guard right now that could actually check Damian Lillard. Now, they obviously have Danny Green, but they'll probably put him on C.J. McCollum. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, but he's probably going to be more of a bigger guard defender. Dion Waiters, nothing on defense. Quinn Cook, nothing on defense, and really nothing on offense. And then you got J.R. Smith, who barely even plays. So Portland is a very, very serious contender, and they're most likely going to be in that play-in tournament no matter what. It would take a lot for them to get knocked out. Now, Memphis is a team who held the 8th seed for most of the season, or should I say most of this back half of the season. And they can jump back into the 8th seed with a win and a Blazers loss on Thursday. Now, they will remain the 9th seed and clinch the 9th seed if they win and Portland wins, or if Memphis, Phoenix, and San Antonio all lose. Portland, Phoenix, and San Antonio all lose their games today. They can still be eliminated if they lose and either Phoenix or San Antonio win, but that's not looking very likely right now. However, Memphis hasn't been good. I mean, these last 5 games in the bubble have been really, really ugly. They've been 1-4 in this stretch. Against the New Orleans Pelicans, they lose by 10 points. Against the Utah Jazz, they lose by 9 points. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, but at the time, Oklahoma City was resting everyone, so you can't even count that game. And then they go up against the defending champion Toronto Raptors, lose by 9. And then they go up against the Boston Celtics and lose another one by double digits. When you've got this team the way it's structured right now, it's not very pretty. And the biggest reason that they're losing all these games this last stretch is because they don't have Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. tore his meniscus, and he is officially done for the bubble. He will not return. In the bubble, Jaren Jackson Jr. was averaging 25 points per game, and now they had that stripped away from him due to that tear in his meniscus. So here's a question for you guys, because for me, Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies is definitely up there in the discussion. Who is your favorite non-Laker in the NBA right now? I want to know in the comment section because I like interacting with you guys. I like getting these personal answers from y'all. So let me know in the comment section your favorite non-Laker player in the NBA right now. And whether you're a fan of the NBA or just the Los Angeles Lakers, we need you to hit that big red subscribe button. I thank you guys so much for getting us to 15,000 subscribers. It means the world because I love getting to do this for a living, just getting to talk basketball with you guys. But we want to hit that 20,000 mark. And the only way we're going to do that is if you subscribe. So if you're a brand new watcher, hit that subscribe button. If you've been watching for a long time, share the channel with your friends and family. And let's keep it rolling now. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns, the hottest team in the NBA bubble. 7-0 going into Thursday. Thursday, they play the Dallas Mavericks. If they win that game, they're undefeated, and they have a chance at jumping into the 8th seed. If they win, and the Blazers and the Grizzlies lose. Now, to get to the 9th seed, which is a little bit more likely and all they need to get into that play-in tournament, they would have to win, and either Portland or Memphis would have to lose. So not both, just one of the two. Now, they will be eliminated from the NBA play-in tournament if they lose and Portland and Memphis both win their games. Those are the only scenarios for the Phoenix Suns. I think everybody's cheering for this team right now as they are undefeated, and they have arguably the bubble MVP in Devin Booker with 31 points per game, 6 assists, 35% from 3, and 5 rebounds, emerging as a true star in the NBA within the NBA bubble. Now, a lot of people would say Devin Booker, but a lot of people would also say Damian Lillard. Who would you say is the bubble MVP? I think it all hinges on who gets that 8th seed. If the Trailblazers get it, you got to give it to Damian Lillard. If the Phoenix Suns get it, you got to give it to Devin Booker. So that's all it depends on. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. One more team, one more potential opponent the Lakers could play. This one, the least likely of them all. The San Antonio Spurs. The only reason this team is even in contention right now is because of one man named Greg Popovich. They can still jump up to the 8th seed if they win and all the other 3 teams lose. Not likely. They can get into the 9th seed and in that playoff tournament with a win and a loss by 2 of those 3 teams. Now, they could be eliminated, which is what I expect to happen, with a loss or not both, just a loss or a win by any of those other 3 teams. So they just need 2 teams to win those games, and they're out of there. Now, on the court, I mean, I hate to say it, and all due respect to this team, and all due respect to Greg Popovich, nobody wants to watch this team in the playoffs outside of Spurs fans. DeJounte Murray, a fun young guard, sure. Derek White, another fun young guard. Lonnie Walker, fun young guard. DeMar DeRozan, another guard. And then Jakob Poeltl in the middle. This is not a team I care to watch in the first round. This is a team the Lakers would defeat 4-0. It would be a clean sweep. But in all reality, I don't think it matters who gets that 8th seed. I'm picking the Lakers over all 4 of those opponents. Now, the Portland Trailblazers, definitely going to give them the most trouble. I think that goes to 6 or 7 games. Memphis Grizzlies, 4, 5 games tops. The Phoenix Suns, I think they're a little bit tougher than the Memphis Grizzlies. That could go 5 or 6. If it's the San Antonio Spurs, get your brooms out, baby, because it's a clean sweep. Laker fans, I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing, giving this video a like, hitting those notification bells, and I'll see you next time.